Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. Alright, folks. Welcome to the show. It's been a couple of days, but Sean Patrick is back. Well, not only have I been busy, but, things are getting so boring and repetitive in the news that I've had a hard time finding something to say that I haven't already. The throne speech was a recycled piece of empty platitudes. The only extremely predictable yet mentionable response to it was Bloc COVID Qual leader Blanchet saying, "Give us more money and fuck off or we vote against you." Which leads us to how he and the O'Tooles contracted the icky in the first place. By being severely irresponsible and not following the masking, stay the fuck away from each other, and wash everything a lot protocol. Ah! I've gone blind! What? What? Why the fuck did you turn out the lights? Well, how could I be done already? I just bloody started. Look, just turn them back on. Sandy? Sandy! Oh, fuck. Just a minute. Meow. Oh. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. There we are. So, if they can't even practice the simple and severely important health regulations now, what's Parliament going to look like? How long will it take before they're zooming the seatings from their quarantine rooms on ventilators? You bunch of fucking idiots should have set up the virtual government by now, and shame on you for not leading by example. Now, a lot of people are up in arms over the school debacle, and largely rightly so. But stop giving them shit saying that they had months to prepare for school reopenings, because they just plain didn't. The situation is still evolving at this very moment. So, much like the modeling, a lot of different plans had to be created, and nobody knows which one will have to be used, or if they all have to be scrapped and we need to start over. But they took their lead from the Parliament, and as a result, well, let me tell you a story. A good friend of mine is one of the most academically trained people I know, and is at present working on a doctorate or something super big and fancy like that. She has 2 primary school-age children and had such a hard time figuring out the online bullshit that was being offered, she enlisted the children's sassy father and his parents to take over. His parents are both recently retired teachers, and even they are having a hard time with this. With everything that was already there and readily available online, and the fact that we've been talking about the second coming, wave, for so long as if it was a done deal, why didn't both the government and at least the Ontario school boards start there? My virtual hugs and kisses go to all the parents struggling with the only safe thing for their children, online learning. So, due to car rallies, frat parties, and rich people like politicians and Uline CEOs, COVID-19 is as happy as an improperly managed American forest on fire. And for this reason, I feel the need to return to this concept of rights and how we don't have the right to purposely, knowingly, and unnecessarily put other people's lives at risk. Whilst y'all are screaming about your rights, you're ignoring the fact that those rights come with responsibilities. While I don't want to wear a mask, and I may be a superhero, though it's Far more likely that I'm an octogenarian hammered into a body that was much younger before said hammering. I'm going to, because the only thing worse than catching the icky myself is just thinking that I have caused someone else to get very sick and or die. Aside from the facts that we can transmit this virus whether or not we show symptoms or get particularly ill from it, we also know that it tends to have lasting effects months after the actual virus is no longer detectable inside you. It can permanently screw up your lungs and other organs and possibly your hair. We don't know. And that really is the point. The fact is, we don't know. So things have to get a bit totalitarian here. So do I get a positive test and hide in my basement? Or quarantine with 27 of my closest friends, several of which have also tested positive? Do I have a couple of friends over for physically distanced drinking in my yard? Or go to a campfire with a bunch of people and try to get them all to pet my bearded dragon? Do I just think about how tasty babies are after roasting? Or do I hold it and coo at it like everyone else, passing it around like a frat house bomb? Yeah, these decisions can be difficult to make if you're a selfish fucking cunt. Your belief that you have the right to not wear a mask and have a party does not supersede other people's right to be healthy. And I don't just mean the crazy shit we see on the interwebs. I'm talking about Thanksgiving now, Matthew. And that is directly because you didn't listen to me, or the health officials, at Easter when we told you that the virus doesn't fucking care about our rituals. If we all took these precautions seriously in the first place and not done things like reopen strip clubs, sorry, Sparkles, or go curling, if we had all just taken a deep breath and sucked up the bullshit that is our present reality, it wouldn't be such a shit show anymore. We might not even have to bow down to the gatekeeper and wear masks at all. Which, I mean, of course, y'all did until you were told to, just to avoid being tracked by whatever cabal is after you this week. And what if masks stop 5G radiation? What if washing cows' hooves stops climate change? What if we all started seeing the reality as it is, that unless we stop crying about how shitty a day we just had that we didn't deserve, we stood together and made those inevitable shitty days easier to take for each other? What if we took our heads out of the sand and finally saw beyond the ends of our own beaks? What if we protested with proper physical distancing and masks? Think about how much of a statement that would make. Isn't it at least worth a try? We certainly haven't done it before. And just so that we don't have to do this for the rest of our short, plague-filled, anxiety-spiced lives, what if we, just for now, all wear masks in public, stay the fuck away from each other, and wash everything? A lot. Okay, you can turn the lights off now. Sandy?